Texans and Colts, the winner of this game clinches a playoff berth, and they would clinch the AFC South if the Jacksonville Jaguars lose. How crazy is that? I never would have thought this division would come down to the final week. I just did not think that was even possible.
Especially, I mean, the Jaguars were 8-3 at one point.
Yeah. Week number 2, the Colts won 31-20. I think Richardson got hurt in that game because Gardner Minshew came in. It was 31-10 in the third quarter. So really, the Colts handled the Houston Texans.
Yes.
The Texans got some numbers late. C.J. Stroud, I think, still threw for over 300 yards in that game. It's part of the coming out party. Nigel Bryant says, the in-division matchup between Shane Steichen and DeMeco Ryans should be epic. C.J. Stroud versus the improved Colts defense should be interesting, but 2 Coach of the Year candidates battling it out for a potential home game in the playoffs should be a classic.
Yeah. Different teams than what they were then, right? Houston was like still finding itself then, still learning a system, a lot of young guys. C.J. Stroud, like you said, it was still early on in his development. It was shaky early. They don't run the ball, or they run the ball at a way different level now compared to where they were early on in the football year. I mean, Texans have come along. So that's where it's different altogether, all right? So I think the Texans are a different football team. Colts have gotten better too, don't get me wrong.
Jonathan Taylor's back.
Exactly right. Their running game is real and difficult to handle, right? Minshew he can pick you apart. You play zone and do all that. He can. My thing, again, with them is, you can pick them apart and do all that. But teams are playing him for that. That's why we see like Alec Pierce wide open running down the middle of the field, because teams so overplay, they don't throw enough down the field, as you've heard me say, right? So that's a big thing. But like if we get into just the conversation right off the bat of like who to watch for or who's the guys that are most important to me, right? And I'm trying to pick sometimes some outside the box ones here. To me is this. It's the middle linebackers for the Indianapolis Colts. They're the ones that I look at to go, they got their hands full. I mean, listen, we know the D-line's got to play good, and they need to get pressure on the quarterback, and they do that anyways. They got a good D-line. They get after it that way. But where I go with the linebackers of the Indianapolis Colts, like E.J. Speed, Zaire Franklin, who are really good players and physical, but they got their work cut out from here. Because unlike in that Week 2 matchup where they couldn't run the ball and it was a rookie quarterback, we know they found the groove. They were awesome at play-action pass before they were even good at running the football. Now they're running the football to go along with that great play-action pass. That, to me, they're the ones that are going to have to be all over certain keys as far as the O-line, what they do. How does it look? Does it look more like a run set, a pass set? They're going to have to be really coached up in that department because their ability to come downhill, stop Singletary and Pierce, right? And then go, oh, no, they didn't give it to him. Now I got to get back because they're throwing a ball behind me because they're trying to move me with the play-action pass. That is going to be a key to the football game. It's just how well they play, not only in the run game, but not being too over-aggressive to always take the cheese on some of these fakes and leave the middle of the field wide open. Because once Houston gets you going in that direction, they make linebackers look silly and look like their heads are spinning. And I look at those two. They're going to have big games if they want to try to win this one.
It is weird. I'm looking at the numbers from the Week 2 game, and Pierce ran the ball like 15 times for 30 yards, so they held him in check to 2 yards per carry. Last week against the Tennessee Titans, Pierce ran it 8 times for 16 yards, but the difference was that Devin Singletary ran it 18 or 16 times for 80 yards.
Yeah,
and so
they're
have
running
another
the ball
weapon
now.
there in the running game. This is Kevin Mulcahy says Sheldon Rankins, Will Anderson, and Jonathan Greenard, his players to watch. They have to seal the edge and win at the line of scrimmage to slow the Colts' run game.
He's not wrong there either, right? That's where I tried to go the linebackers there, but and try to give a different look. But I mean, Indianapolis, when you talk about their team and their offense, it definitely starts with their run game and what they do there. So yeah, their front is going to have their hands full there, and it's not they're not a big front in Houston. They're a speed, chaos, right? Their linebackers will be really important as well. It will. But, being able to stop Jonathan Taylor and that powerful offensive line is certainly going to be a big part of it. Yo, what up, homies? Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Right now, we got Sunday pod, right? So you can have it Monday morning. We recap all the action. Wednesday, it's the What the Happened podcast. We're going to get deep in the weeds on the key matchups of the week. And then Thursday, I'm picking games with that jerk Floria. So you know where to find us, homies. Keep watching. Peace out. We'll see you.